In this video, I will tell you about the ones who are with us at every moment and make our lives easier. We're going to talk about a miraculous force that enlightens the universe and makes the modern world possible. Electricity. Think about it. Even as you watch this video, you are using electricity. When you wake up in the morning and make your coffee, when you go to work, in the vehicles you use, on the computers in your workplace, and even in the streetlights that illuminate the night. Electricity is with us at every moment of our lives. But have you ever wondered how this miracle came about? Today we will dive into the magical world of electricity and see how this power was discovered and how it became what it is today. Enjoy watching. In the past, people could only defeat darkness with fire. Torches, oil lamps, and candles were used to illuminate the night. So how did lighting, such a basic need of ours, develop so much? This is the story of these scientists, inventors, and explorers. But before moving on to that story, let's start with what electricity is. Electricity is a physical phenomenon concerned with the movement and existence of electric charges. It is often associated with the movement of electrons and plays a central role in energy transport and conversion. Electricity forms the basis of many natural phenomena as well as technological and industrial applications. Electric current is the flow of charge-carrying particles through a conductor and is usually measured in amperes. Electrical voltage is the electrical potential difference between 2 points and is measured in volts. Electricity is one of the cornerstones of modern life. From past to present, the invention and use of electricity has played a key role in the development of science and technology. Its story goes back quite a long way. Long before any knowledge of electricity existed, people were aware of the shocks from electric fish. Ancient Egyptian texts dating from 2750 BC described these fish as protectors of all other fish. Electric fish were reported again thousands of years later by Greek, Roman, and Arab naturalists and physicians. Many ancient writers such as Pliny the Elder and Scribonius Largus proved the numbing effect of electric shocks given by electric catfish and electric rays. He knew that such shocks could travel through conductive objects. Patients with conditions such as gout and headaches, in the hope that strong shakes could cure them, were directed to touch electric fish. Ancient cultures around the Mediterranean used to rub certain objects, such as amber sticks, with cat hair. He knew that he could attract objects as light as a feather. Thales of Miletus made a series of observations on static electricity in the 600s BC, and he believed that friction made amber magnetic, unlike minerals such as magnetite, which did not require friction. Thales was wrong in believing that gravity was caused by a magnetic effect, but later science would prove a connection between magnetism and electricity. Thales laid the foundation for what is now known as static electricity, and later William Gilbert, in 1600, he named this magnetic force electricus. He derived this word from the Greek and Latin word electrum, meaning amber. The word electricity was first used by Thomas Browne in 1646. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States, also made significant contributions to the discovery of electricity. Franklin focused on discovering the connection between lightning and electricity with an experiment in which he tied a metal key to the end of a kite string. He even added a Leyden jar, a device that stores electricity, to his device. Thus, he discovered that electricity contains both negative and positive charges. In some sources, the discovery of electricity is attributed to Benjamin Franklin because he observed the movement of sparks and was able to control them. So electricity was discovered when the English scientist William Gilbert made a careful study of electricity and magnetism. It would remain little more than an intellectual curiosity for 1,000 years, until 1600, when he wrote De Magneta, and he would distinguish the lodestone effect from the static electricity produced by rubbing amber. Later studies were conducted in the 17th and early 18th centuries by Otto von Guericke, Robert Boyle, Stephen Gray, and G.F. Dufay. In 1775, Hugh Williamson reported to the Royal Society a series of experiments on shocks delivered by electric eels. In the same year, surgeon and anatomist John Hunter described the structure of the fish's electric organs. In 1791, Luigi Galvani published his discovery of bioelectromagnetics, showing that electricity is the medium through which neurons transmit signals to muscles. The battery, or voltaic pile, made by Alessandro Volta in 1800 from layers of zinc and copper, it provided scientists with a more reliable source of electrical energy than the electrostatic machines used previously. Recognition of electromagnetism, the unity of electric and magnetic phenomena. He is indebted to Hans Christian Ørsted and André Marie Ampère from 1819 to 1820. Michael Faraday invented the electric motor in 1821, and George Ohm mathematically analyzed the electric circuit in 8. Electricity and magnetism were definitively linked by James Clerk Maxwell, particularly in his work on physical lines of force in 1861 and 1862. Although rapid progress was made in electrical science in the early 19th century, the late 19th century would see the greatest advances in electrical engineering. Alexander Graham Bell, Otto Blatty, Thomas Edison, Galileo Ferraris, Oliver Haveside, Agnes Jedlik, William Thomson, Charles Algernon Parsons, thanks to people like Werner von Siemens, Joseph Swen, Reggie Natfesson, Nikola Tesla, and George Westinghouse, electricity, it has evolved from a scientific curiosity into an indispensable tool for modern life. In 1887, Heinrich Hertz discovered that electrons illuminated with ultraviolet light more easily create electric sparks. In 1905, Albert Einstein used experimental data from the photoelectric effect to publish a paper explaining that it is a result of light energy being carried in discrete quantized packets, imparting energy to electrons. This discovery led to the quantum revolution. Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. Two solid-state devices are the cat's whisker detector used in radio receivers in the 19th. A whisker-like wire is used to detect a radio signal by contact coupling effect. It is placed in light contact with a solid crystal such as a germanium crystal. In a solid-state component, the current is limited by solid elements and compounds specifically designed to modify and amplify it. Current flow can be understood in two ways, as negatively charged electrons and as positively charged electron deficiencies called holes. These charges and holes are understood in terms of quantum physics. The building material is mostly active with a crystalline semi-crystal. Solid-state electronics came into its own with the advent of transistor technology. The first working transistor, the germanium-based point-contact transistor, invented by John Burden and Walter House-Brattain at Bell Laboratories in 1947, this was followed by the bipolar junction transistor in 19... Finally, let's list the names that contributed to the invention of electricity in chronological order. Let's quickly see our journey from past to present. Thales of Miletus 600 BC, first observations on static charging of electricity. William Gilbert, 1544-1603, first to use the term electricity and for his work on magnetism. Benjamin Franklin, 1706-1790, studies on the nature of electricity and his famous kite experiment. Luigi Galvani, 1737-1798, studies of animal electricity and biological electricity. Alessandro Volta, 1745-1827, invention of the voltaic pile, the first battery. Hans Christian Oster, 1777-79 discovery of the relationship between electricity and magnetism. André-Marie Ampère, 1775-1836, works on electromagnets and electrodynamics. George Simon Ohm, 1789-1854, established the relationship between electric current, voltage, and resistance with Ohm's law. Michael Faraday, 1791-1867, studies on electromagnetic induction and the electric motor. James Clerk Maxwell, 1831-1879, electromagnetic field theory and Maxwell's equations. Thomas Edison, 1847-1831, incandescent light bulb and electrical distribution systems. Nikola Tesla, 1856-1843, alternating current systems and the Tesla coil. George Westinghouse, 1846-1814, popularization of alternating current and electric power distribution. Guglielmo Marconi, 1874-1837, wireless telegraphy and radio communication. These scientists and inventors made important contributions to the understanding and development of electricity. Electricity is a miraculous power that is with us in every aspect of our lives and makes the modern world possible. Today we took a short journey into the history of electricity and how this incredible power was discovered and developed. Thanks to the work of the scientists mentioned in the video, we can use electricity in every aspect of our lives today. Exploring this great scientific adventure shows us how we build a bridge from the past to the future. I'm Owl of Ages. See you in my next video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.